Hello, my name is Lisa Schultz, and I'm with the Androscoggin chapter of the Maine Women's Network, and I'm here today with Kurk Lalemand, who is the owner of Next Level Business Coaching. Kurk, can you tell us a little bit about your business?
Sure, I would love to do that. As a business coach, I work with a wide variety of business owners to help them improve their businesses. So we work with successful businesses, successful business owners who are quite busy usually, but have a burning desire to get better at their business. So we only work with people who are really committed to doing that. So sort of beyond the passion and all the cliches people use, you have to really love what you're doing in order to sort of qualify to be a client. Because if you sort of rededicate yourself to building your business and you're already busy, there's a lot more work involved. So you have to be ready.
Right. And when should a business owner get help?
Well, there's a lot of times when owning your business seems like a lonely affair. You know, you're the only person around, and you can't really talk to your spouse perhaps because they're not involved in business, don't know much about it, or you talk to an advisor or two, but nobody really gets next to you week after week after week after week and learns about your business. And so when you're feeling sort of overwhelmed or disconnected and you're not quite sure what to do next, that's a good time to be looking for some assistance.
Mm-hmm. And what do you look for in a business coach?
Well, I think the important thing for a business owner to consider is find somebody who's sort of been where you are and has done what you've done. I've owned 3 or 4 businesses already. Well, I've owned 4 businesses in my life. And so I know what it feels like to be a little confused about what to do next, or how bad it feels not to make payroll on a Friday. And so rather than having somebody who may be academically prepared, like with an MBA, probably wise to seek out somebody who's owned businesses before.
Been in your shoes.
Yeah, been in your shoes. And it's important to have somebody from the outside looking in, because when you're inside, it's very kind of difficult to see all the moving parts. But as an objective outside observer, I have a lot to offer somebody to sort of reflect back onto them what they're really doing and if they're meeting their goals and objectives. So
Hold them accountable.
hold them accountable.
We all
Big
need
part,
that.
big part of what I do. Yes.
Right. And what do you look for in an ideal client?
As I said, somebody who is absolutely in love with what they're doing. Somebody who is energetic, who will stand up and say, this is what I want to do with my business. Not somebody who comes in with their tail between their legs and feels defeated and is looking for someone to do the work for them. As a coach, I don't do the work. It's just like, in an athletic team, I sort of send you out on the field, we do some exercises or whatever you have to do, and then you have to go play the game and score the runs yourself. And so I look for people who are working in their business every day. Frequently we work with people I call technicians. Somebody who's much better perhaps at their trade or their profession than they are at running a business that does that. So if you build a good house, that requires a lot of skill. To run a company that builds good houses requires a different kind of skill. But if you can learn how to build a house, or if you can learn how to write programs, you can be a systems analyst, if you can learn how to, if you can open up a day spa and hire 10 people and buy all that product, if you can get that far, then you can certainly learn the nuts and bolts of the true administrative and financial parts of running a business. Because many people think, if I'm in the, let's say, what kind of business? If I'm in the dog grooming business, they think they're in the dog grooming business is about dogs, but it's not. It's only 10% about dogs. It's 90% about business. Right? So you have to have those business operation skills. And like I said, in Maine, you see a lot of people who are technically very proficient. They look at their boss and they say, "Oh, I think I can do that." And so they open up their own business after 5 or 10 years. And so I work with people like that. And the other person I work with is a person who's been in business for 5 or 10 years, and they plateau. So all the things they've done that made them this level of successful, they have to change that. That usually happens around $1 million. Put some $700,000 to $1 million, $1.2 million. Because $700,000, you can still sort of be a little bit, relaxed about your business, running out of your checkbook maybe. But soon you're going to get to a point where all of a sudden
you want to get to the next level.
You want to get to the next level. That's right. And you need to hire some people who are experts. And you can't do it all yourself. So when you can't do it all yourself, I guess that's a good sort of indicator that some help would be required.
And why are you a member of the Maine Women's Network?
I've been a member now for 3 or 4 years, and I joined because I recognized that during my first year of being a business coach, half of my clients were women and half were men. And so it always seemed natural to look for women business owners, and there are a lot of women business owners in the Maine Women's Network. And it's also not bad being the only guy around.
I'm sure. Well, thank you very much, Kurk.
You're welcome. Thank you.